Hello and welcome to Empowered Resolution. I'm Sarah Cordiner.
And I'm Samuel Osborne.
The next few episodes you're going to see, we hope are going to change your life for the positive. We're going to present to you a series of episodes that are going to help you create change in a positive way in your life.
Right, today we are going to be sharing with you 3 tips each, and they're going to be around the topic of making space in your life, because you might be at this point where you're feeling this frustration and this pain that life just isn't how you want it to be. So we're going to be looking at why that is and what you can do about it with some really simple techniques and tips that we've got for you today.
So what we hope to do in this next short episode is to give you some tips to how you can start clearing your space for making that positive change.
I guess this is how it is for people, is that they come to a point in their life where they're not satisfied and they're wondering, what can I do about it? And they might even be feeling that they just don't know what to do about it, and there's a lot of pain around that and even a lot of doubt. So we're going to be looking at changing all of that and starting with things that are going to be really practical for you to start today. So my first tip for people today is it's called throw out the junk, or throw out the parts of your life that are just blocking you. And you all know what I mean. I'm talking about the things under the cupboard that you don't want to look at. I'm talking about the dirty laundry sink. You can also think of the dirty laundry sink as a metaphor for your life. And I want you to get under that sink and clean it and organize it and chuck out all the junk. Then I want you to go to your wardrobe, and I want you to look at the clothes that are in there and think to yourself, and be quite ruthless about it, which parts or what of these clothes have I worn in the last year and which ones have I not. And I want you to throw out the ones that are just filling space, because the clothes you wear have a lot to do with who you think you are, your identity, and how others see you. So the more space you make in your wardrobe is the more you're going to find that you're able to see possibilities for changing how you look and how people perceive you. So then go to other things like your car, clean that for starters, and go into the glove box and the console and under the seats and everything. Get in there. You've got to get into the nitty gritty, people, and be serious about this and throw things out. They are blocking they're taking up the real estate in your mind, and they're not paying rent either.
Now, the response we choose to make is exactly where things can go wrong. Throughout our lives, we've had various successes and various failures. We've added all of those up in our heads to create for ourselves a set of beliefs about whether we can or whether we can't. So the first tip I have for you about clearing your space to make desired results is to remove your limiting beliefs. Your limiting beliefs are absolutely invisible, but they are completely and utterly responsible for determining the outcomes and experiences that you will have. Write down a list of all the things you say to yourself in your head about why you can't. I can't because, I will fail because, I won't do it because, I'm scared of it because. And this will start to uncover what it is for you that perhaps is blocking you from moving forward. Draw up a timeline of your past. Go back and write down on a timeline with all of the years in place, even down to the months if you want to, and write down all of the major life events, all of the life-changing things that have happened to you, whether they're for the good or for the bad, and preferably a mix of all of them. And once you've done that, I want you to ask yourself 3 questions. Question number 1. What do you think so far your life has been training you for? Of all of those events, what have you been in training for? Question number 2. What do you think are the positive intentions behind any negative events? And you have to look at them from the most positive way possible. If life was a teacher, what was the positive lesson that you were being taught from that negative event? And finally, question 3, from looking at all of these things, you think that your purpose in life is so far ...
Now the third point is create your ideal morning ritual, or your ideal evening ritual. Let's say that during the day you run a business, or you go to work, or you've got a whole bunch of other things. Maybe you stay at home and you've got to look after kids. Try and find a time in your day, usually in the morning or in the evening, where you're able to do a few things that you know are really just for you, allowing you the time to consider what it is that you're doing with your life, and also to consider what it is that you want to do with your life, and start to be more effective in what it is that you're actually going to place in that morning routine, because eventually you're going to create a weekly routine, a monthly sort of rhythm and a cycle that is going to be really empowering for you. And it starts by just looking at a couple of things in the morning and in the evening.
Another tip would be to sit down and think about what is it for you that will take away all of the noise of your everyday life for you to be able to sit down and have that thinking moment. You know, we get more of what we focus on, so if we spend less time focusing on the stress, the mess, the chaos, the problems, by clearing it all out, we can have more time to focus on the good, the desired, and the result that it is that we're after.